In today's video, I want to talk to you guys about SARS penalties. Good day, my name is Heinrich. I'm the owner of SA Accounting Network and I've been in the accounting industry since 2008. Recently, there's been some changes regarding the SARS penalties and the way that the SARS penalty system works, and that is what I want to explain to you guys today. So remember to like the video, subscribe to my channel, then I'm going to head down to my computer and show you exactly what changed. Okay, so what changed? So what happened is SARS issued a letter during the week. I just want to quickly see what the date was. It doesn't actually give us the date over here. But what they're saying is that from the 2021 tax return, they're going to start giving penalties for even if you just have one tax return outstanding. So what happened is in the previous years, they actually only used to issue penalties if you have had more than two tax returns outstanding, where this year they start issuing penalties straight from the first return. So if you don't submit your 2021 tax return from the 1st of December, they're going to start sending out SMSs to inform you about those penalties. We had some cases now recently where people came to say, so in certain cases, people had up to 40,000 Rand worth of penalties. And the thing is, in the previous years, once you submit all the penalties, then we could normally send SARS a letter or a certain document, which they call a request for remission. And then on that document, we would actually request SARS to reverse the penalties once that taxpayer is tax compliant. But now, even in the last month or two, they started becoming really difficult with those penalties, and at the moment we're only getting about half of those penalties reversed. You guys have to be really careful and make sure that from this year start submitting your tax returns before their deadline. So don't wait until the 24th of November. If you submit your return, then the chances are that you're going to get penalties. So you need to make sure that you submit those penalties, and you'll see that those penalties work on a sliding scale. So it starts from 250 Rand per return that's outstanding per month that they penalize you, and then it goes up to 2,000 Rand per return per month that's outstanding. So if you earn income into the higher tax brackets, then those penalties go up to 2,000 Rand per return that's outstanding. So it's really important that you guys must take note of this, because if you don't take notice of this, you're going to run into trouble with SARS. So that's basically what happens. So you can see on this letter, they say that prior to December 21, SARS could only levy a late submission of return penalty where two or more outstanding tax returns were outstanding. The old rule will remain in place for 1 or more year for 2020 and earlier returns, where from the 2021 returns from that year, like I say, first year, you're going to start getting those penalties. So here they just talk about the SARS auto assessments. I've already done a video on those SARS auto assessments, and you can see over here that no response by deadline. The deadline for individual taxpayers is 23 November. Now, if you auto assessed, we would neither accept or edit or submit the estimate by the state will receive a regional assessment based on the estimate in accordance with the Tax Administration Act. This assessment is not subject to objection or appeal. However, taxpayer who is not in agreement with the your assessment may file and complete the accurate return within 40 business days of the assessment date. So this is also quite interesting, because in the past you could still file a correction for a period of, I think, up to a year, but now they changed it only to 40 business days. You have to be really careful. You must make sure, obviously, that your contact details is up to date with SARS, because otherwise you're not going to get these notifications. And just now they give you assessment to say that you've got to pay now a couple of 100,000 Rand, and if you don't know about it, then you're going to be in trouble, because you only have 40 business days to file a correction. So they say such a return will be late, which means that the normal late return submission penalties and interest will also apply. So if you file that correction 40 days, like I said, they're still going to give those penalties. So you need to be careful. So this is a big change, and SARS is going to generate a lot of income from this. So just something interesting. Yeah, they talk about the SMSs that's being sent out at the moment. This is what it looks like as a part of your auto assessment initiative. A friendly reminder that you have until the 23rd of November to either accept the SARS auto assessment or edit them by filing a tax return. If you fail to do so, an estimated assessment based on data will be issued by SARS. Any return filed after the 23rd of November will be subject to a penalty for late submission of your return. So there they talk about it again on the SMS. Second one, for the rest who is not in the auto assessment population, they must file a tax return, excluding provisional taxpayers. They say, according to SARS records, you're required to file a tax return. This is a friendly reminder that you've got until the 23rd of November. Any return filed after the 23rd of November will be subject to a penalty or late submission of your returns. So in the previous years, like I said, they would see over if you have 2 or more returns outstanding, then they will start penalizing you. This year, from the first year that's outstanding after the 23rd of November, you're in trouble. So then you have to start paying up those penalties. And like I said in the past, we were quite successful to get those penalties reversed. This is a different story. If we're lucky, we get half of those penalties reversed. So please, guys, remember to file your tax returns. Don't leave it, because SARS is looking for money. So I think you need to take note of these things. And once again, if you guys are looking for a tax consultant, somebody to help you with the tax returns, remember to get hold of us. We've got many different accountants all over South Africa standing by and who are ready to help you guys to get your tax returns in. Once again, thanks for watching my videos. Remember to like the video and subscribe to my channel, and keep your eye out for the next video. Thanks for watching.